gonna need a lot of tracks, I'm telling you.
Give you a little free information going all around the country with that message. I give you guys some free information. Check out.
On a brisk spring day in downtown Atlanta,
How you doing today, ma'am?
a group of devout Christians from across the country
How you doing today, sir?
arrived in the heart of the city.
Did you guys get one of these?
Hold tight, and then we're going to head for Woodruff Park.
With Bibles in one hand and tracts in the other,
Oh, you have one? Good. Bless your heart.
they set off to spread the gospel.
Free information, guys?
You got some, thanks, man.
All right, thanks.
But their message was far from the usual call to salvation. Why are you here?
So my purpose of being here is to really warn the world that Judgment Day is about to come.
Daryl Lockridge works full-time in San Antonio as a cyber defense analyst for the government.
This day.
This is how he spends his weekend.
But you know, the scriptures say that Christ will not come as a thief in the night to the true believers.
Retired healthcare worker Margaret Pease,
How you doing today,
former
sir?
prison guard Adam Larson, and retired electrician Fred Storr do this
Hi there.
full-time. They're among the 50 men and women who left Northern California last October to tell people the date they are convinced will mark the end of time.
May the 21st, 2011.
They call themselves the True Believers. They're loyal supporters of a program called Family Radio. And for months, they've been crisscrossing the country in this head-turning caravan on a mission to warn the masses.
On May 21st, we believe there's going to be a worldwide earthquake. Okay, and at that time, the true believers are going to be caught up in the air. We refer to that as being raptured.
And it's going to be a really glorious day for the true believers. Unfortunately, it's not so glorious for those that are left behind.
And for them, it will be like hell on earth.
That earthquake that was felt in Japan was nothing compared to what we're going to feel on that day.
From May 21 to October 21, the world will be in absolute chaos.
You do not believe we're going to be here in 2012.
That's correct.
End time speculation has a long history in Christianity, but a rather poor batting average.
Brent Strawn is an ordained minister and an associate professor of Old Testament studies at Emory University.
May the 21st.
Is there something from your professional experience that says, you know what, I could see how they came to this conclusion?
Yes and no. The texts are there, but in each case they are subject to different sorts of interpretations.
Strawn says end-of-time predictions are common in Judeo-Christian history, but never conclusive.
I don't think you should put them precisely on your calendar or date book for next week.
I don't know, no Bible I read that says May 21st, 2011, the world's coming to an end. If you can prove it to me, I'll take that track.
Their pamphlets outline Bible scriptures they say prove their date of judgment is accurate. But they ultimately direct readers to FamilyRadio.com to see a timeline of biblical events and a series of calculations made by Harold Camping, who founded Family Radio 50 years ago. Camping cites the story of Noah and the warning Noah received from God 7 days before a catastrophic flood. He also points to 2 Peter as proof that one day with the Lord translates to 1,000 years. He says other scriptures prove 7,000 years have passed since that era, adding up to a judgment date of May 21st, 2011.
It's hidden treasures in the Bible. It's hidden, hon.
Citing the book of Daniel, Camping teaches his listeners true biblical knowledge will be unsealed and revealed to true believers at the end of time.
I go back to the Bible in Noah's days.
This is not true.
It's just like the day of Noah.
How he built the ark.
They were saying the same thing that you were saying in Noah's days.
And everybody looked at him crazy, you know, so I'm like, I don't know. You know, it could be something to it.
Camping once predicted the world would end in 1994. A Family Radio spokesperson tells Fox 5 the founder took a closer look at the scriptures to recalculate the exact date of judgment. But Professor Strawn says even new calculations cannot refute one particular Bible scripture.
You can know the season, but the actual day here in Matthew, according to Jesus, or hour cannot be known.
It's scary because I think that people who will ditch their lives and leave stuff behind may actually take it into their own hands if it doesn't happen on May 21st.
The men and women in this group say they're used to people calling them crazy or cult members, but they insist what they're doing is very different than what a cult does.
Normally a cult is focused on a charismatic leader, and in the process of focusing on the leader, he becomes the authority. Whereas in our situation, our authority is the Bible alone.
There is a bit of a shock value here.
Oh yes, we want a shock value because May 21st, that salvation door will be closed and there will be no more salvation for mankind.
I think it's complete baloney.
And contrary to what some might suspect, these men and women say they will not take matters into their own hands. They trust God will handle that in just a matter of days.
If you're still here on May 22nd, will you go back home?
Oh, excuse me. I'm not talking about May 22nd. I'm not going to be here on May 22nd. May 21st is when the Lord returns.